Alright, okay guys, we're back with another KR patch review. This one came out on the 24th, and got the same people here. Got my friend Oni, got my friend Epi. Say hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, so the first thing is the shared. So they made elemental resistance. You can only resist up to 80% of what it is. So I think this goes towards like resisting stun with light resistance and resisting like certain poison attacks with the nature resistance. Right? Am I right in saying that?
Yeah.
So now you can't completely resist stun, for example. Like they'll still be hit with at least like 1 second of stun, like whatever 80% of that is. Well, like 20% technically, if you max resist it. I don't know if this also like in turn reduces how much you would resist before. You know what I mean? Like if you only resist up to 450, would that be like only like 70-ish? Like I don't know. I would assume so, I guess. Oh my gosh, scrap.
I would hope so.
Yeah. Okay.
The ways I would think this is that like they would take the 500 and reduce it from 100% to 80%, or just reduce it down to a max of 400 resistance, which it would be easier to hit 400 resistance to everything.
Right. Okay. So, alright, next up, they nerfed Blaze. They nerfed the fire element by half. Well, about...
They nerfed the damage of it, not the actual problem of it, though.
Yeah, the mana burn. I mean, the damage was freaking crazy too.
That's a bad thing too about not being able to completely resist debuffs anymore. Is that burning's mana burn technically got a buff?
Yeah. Oh yeah, that is true. Man, that's gonna be fun. I lied. Poison also got nerfed in damage by half. Well, about half.
Well, it also says that the damage, it says the damage was changed. I don't know if that means like the amount of time it does the damage, or if I think it just means the damage it does per tick. Oh, well, in that case, you know, nature was such a good damage attribute.
Yeah, I mean, it's annoying. Might as well decrease it, I guess. They changed matching. It says match with players with similar skill level. I think this is what NA already has and been experimenting with. So, iffy? I don't know.
I really hope we just matched you based on your rank.
Like, yeah.
Being able to fight anyone after so much time is just stupid.
Yeah, I hope skill level means like AP tier and not like your item level. Yeah. Because matching with item level is just too much problems.
Yeah, have fun anyone who has anything higher than +9.
Exactly. Eclipse got changed. They changed the automatic knockdown to 100% reduced damage.
That
just sounds like a generic.
It sounds like it would be good, just for the sake of like, you just don't get knocked down during the middle of their combo anymore.
Yeah, no. Okay, the automatic knockdown was overpowered. This seems like reasonable.
This also brings up the thing where like, if you have 100% damage reduction, that means the only thing that hurts you is additional damage. Which means if they don't have much additional damage, then during their combo, they're just feeding you mana for nothing.
I guess that's true. 5% chance. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's a lot better though than automatically just dropping here. Cause that was just crazy.
I bet just a free mana break.
Yeah, as somebody who uses Eclipse, I'm glad that's not there. Okay, next up, Elsword. Lord Knight got a buff. Along with getting extra mana in Vitality, now Vitality skills get a 10% damage bonus. Well, 20% actually at max. It's only 10%.
That's actually really good because Windmill, I'm pretty sure Windmill is Vitality.
It is.
And Windmill is already Lord Knight's strongest skill.
Yeah, and so now you just get free damage. Like there's nothing bad about this. Like free damage. So I bet they're all happy about that. Triple Saber lost Gigantic, I think, and got regenerated in 1. And his black hole range got decreased. I think that's what this thing is trying to say. Okay, I mean, I guess that's good because Triple Saber did have a wonky hitbox. You just kind of catch everybody, so that's nice. Magic Chain got a buff in proc chance.
Yes, it got buffed.
Yeah. It got buffed in proc chance, but that's it. So you're just gonna be proc even more, but it won't be strong. You're just gonna proc even more. That's good.
It is good.
He needs a soul stone.
He really needed that damage boost.
Yeah. Aisha got nerfed. Well, base Aisha got nerfed. Gust Storm. Does
Well,
everybody
every
use Gust
Aisha
Storm?
change was a nerf. Yeah, pretty much every Aisha used Gust Storm.
I know it's very nice. So Elemental Body got nerfed, so
Yes.
it doesn't have a raw magic defense increase, but you still have increased. Oh, even that got nerfed.
Yeah.
Okay, so the shield is only it's weaker by 5%, and you decrease the damage by 10% less.
So you have
less
even
tanky.
less of a reason to use Elemental Body now.
Yeah, and Energetic Body, physical defense removed, just like the magical defense was removed, and just some decreases across the board. Well, not really, just physical.
Those are fine because Energetic Body is mostly for super armor.
True. Okay, as long as it still has that, it seems like it's fine. So backflip shot lost haste and got regenerating too. So it's less consistent and more random now.
Yeah.
So I don't know how you feel about that. How you feel about that? Flexible body got. This is like a nerf buff,
It's nerfed.
but isn't the time needed for HP recovery better?
Yeah, it means that you regenerate. Well, that's how long you're regenerating health.
Oh.
So you
okay.
regenerate health for
Gotcha.
10 seconds as opposed to 30, but then they doubled the amount that you heal.
Okay.
I say doubled.
Gotcha.
I say doubled, but it's only like
1%.
at max level. It's 0.1% more HP per tick.
Okay.
So you'll get like 8% of your health back.
So it's like it kind of evens out, but it's mostly a nerf kind of deal.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's faster, but it's less effective.
Grand Archer got hit with a pretty big nerf in terms of PvP. It's a buff in terms of PvE, I think, though. Like, yeah.
That just changed this class. Man.
Yeah, so your MP recovery rate rises from 7 to 8 in dungeons, but they hit that number in half for PvP.
Yeah.
So buff PvE, nerf PvP. So I think that's fine.
It's very minor buff, but because the MP recovery per second is when you're charging, not when you're standing, just like doing whatever.
Oh, okay. It's still something. But I'm glad that's nerfed in PvP, because my goodness.
Yeah.
So this is Raven. This is my kind of like area. So they changed Sublimal Rage, but I'm trying to figure out what exactly they changed. And besides the PvP nerf, because they obviously halved Awakening Charge increase. Oh, what they did is make it so the Awakening Charge increase is only when you're attacking. That's what it was. I don't know if it's marked here, but they changed it from both Awakening Charge from getting attacked and attacking to just attacking. So you can't just take abuse and then awaken when you're
That's
awakened.
good.
So that's good. So it makes Reckless Fist a little bit less consistent. And then Refined Physique. Let's see here. So damage decrease. Getting hit. Oh wait, no, this is the one they change when getting hit. Yeah, those. So Refined Physique is the one where it's just like Awakening Charge increases only when hitting. So Subliminal Rage was only. I think they just decreased some numbers for PvP. So Reckless Fist is less good. I mean, this is not the biggest thing.
Less good. Like he's
Yeah.
not already one of the best PvP classes in the game.
Yeah, a little bit less good. Alright, so this is Veteran Commander, this is my main. We got some buffs going on here. Some good buffs too. So, well, they just kind of reversed a couple things. So the first one is Veteran. So before you got damage increase 10%, reducing KD by 36, and you get 30 MP when you awaken. Now it's back to 30% because this used to be 30% all the time, the raw damage increase, but they changed it back to 10. But now it's back to 30, so that's cool. So I just get free 20% damage for.
Have fun doing more overheat to yourself.
Yeah, exactly. KD reduction is still the same. MP recovery rate still get 30 mana when you awaken. That's not a big deal. Like, it kind of is for PvP. In dungeons, it's not a big deal. So that's good. That's a buff. And this is a huge buff. Mercenary behavior right here. So before you had to be at 20% health to not take any overheat damage, but now you can be at 40% health. So that means that when you get to 40% health, that you just
can
don't take
overheat
any.
for free.
Yeah, you just don't take any overheat damage.
And I bet you're gonna enjoy that.
So yeah, so that's great because that just creates more survivability, and it lets you keep both those passives of mercenary behavior and veteran, because those two passives only activate when you're at 50% health. So keeping you at 40, it kind of keeps you in that range of like, oh, you're still under 50, but you're still above 40, so you still survive some attacks, but you still keep both your most powerful passives.
Yeah. And then it looks like it just pretty much stays the same for PvP.
Yeah,
overall.
PvP is a bit different. Yeah, it's pretty much the same PvP, 20%. That's not a big deal, it's PvP. At that point, you're not spamming skills in PvP, you're just kind of trying to survive, get some captives in.
Yeah.
But in dungeons, you're pumping out these skills like crazy. You're using up a bunch of overheat. It just lets you overheat more with less of a risk of dying to one shots, which is amazing. It's definitely what he needed.
Yeah.
So that's Raven. Nerfs to Reckless Fist. Crazy buffs to Veteran Commander in dungeons. Eve. So her dash X commands now have KD. I think they didn't have KD before, or very low. Like I don't know how that works.
It didn't have KD before. Like,
Let's say anything that launches usually doesn't have down.
Okay, so now KD is increased. I don't know by how much. I hope it's a lot because my goodness, I hate that combo. It's just a free combo. Not a fan of any of those. Bring back punch limit. What's that?
Yeah.
Atomic Shield. They decreased the delay. I think it's the same thing that like Flash had and things like Sonic Boom had. I think.
Yeah, they changed it so that you can't just throw it out and then just get a free catch off of it, but you can also use it and then start moving around faster. You don't have to wait for the animation as long.
Yeah. So yeah. That's
I think that's a good balance out for that.
Final Strike. I would consider this a nerf because I assume that most people take heavy for Final Strike. So
yeah.
They reduce the damage, but you have a 25% chance of getting reduced cooldown. So it's like that's not the worst trait in the world.
I don't know what the other trait for Final Strike is.
Yeah, I don't know. Linear Divider just got a damage nerf, just kind of plain damage nerf.
Yeah. Which is
fun.
fine. Even with that damage nerf, it's still one of the strongest skills in the game with
Yeah, no,
energetic art.
like exactly. Linear Divider is still strong. Like Energy Needle isn't touched at all. Like Battle Seraph is fine after these changes. Like she's still fine. Iron Paladin. This is your deal.
okay, I would say this is actually a good call because I don't see anybody using Reversed or Rapid Guardian, considering that.
I would imagine it's good in PvP because it's just 180 MP to get that massive buff.
Well, it's possibly is good in PvP, but other than that, I wouldn't see it used anywhere else other than PvP.
What's the other trait for Rapid Guardian?
The gigantic trait, it's great because you'll be able to hit more targets with it along, like, I guess it's more lines with combo based, I guess, but like,
It just seems like it nerfs it in PvP but buffs it in PvE.
Yeah.
What's the other trait, do you know?
I think it's empowered or heavy.
Powered or heavy?
I think it's heavy, I'm not sure.
Okay, next one, Deadly Chaser, Intense
Hi,
Showtime.
Lucy.
Hello.
Intense Showtime. I think this is a nerf. Like, I can't tell.
This is a nerf.
It's a nerf?
Yep.
Okay, that's
Well,
good.
it's a buff for dungeons. But
Yeah,
it's
see,
a
that's what they're
heavy
doing a lot. They're
nerf
buffing it in
for
dungeons,
PvP.
and then they're cutting it in half for PvP, which I like.
Yeah.
It's like a good way to, like, give you, like... The thing with, like, buffs and nerfs is you always get disappointed with a nerf, but you always get happy with the buff. So this is a really good, like, way they're doing it. Where it's like, okay, you can get this buff for PvE, but for PvP, it gets slashed in half. And I think that's good. I think they should
It's
be
also
doing
good to just not balance both attributes of it based on one reason.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, this is strong in PvP, we better nerf it for both PvP and PvE.
Exactly, yeah. So like if you want it to nerf, like it's like exactly, it's like okay, we want to nerf this for PvP, but let's keep it as it is in PvE. And they could have done that, but they went one step further. It's like, okay, no, let's make them feel a little bit better. It's like let's buff it a little bit for PvE, which is good. This is good. It's smart. They're learning. Baby
Yeah.
steps. This is how you keep people like happy. Reaction gloves. That's a nerf.
Same. No, it's actually
The same.
much better for dungeons.
Well, dungeons. Like, yeah, it's the same thing.
It looks like it's the overall same for dungeons. It's just when you first unlock it, it's stronger at the beginning and then evens out to what it is now.
Yeah. Which isn't
Yeah.
a big deal for like what we're trying to do. We're just kind of seeing like how they're changed in general.
Yeah.
Like all that matters honestly is the max one. Yeah, but again, it's doing the same thing.
In PvP, I'm actually glad it got to that point where it decreased actually quite a lot.
That's
half.
15% damage reduction for free. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a lot. But
Yeah, so I'm actually happy about the change. I thought I was kind of upset with the reaction glove because I thought it was going to be exactly the same like how PvE the PvP is. Like I thought it was going to be like overall like with dungeons and PvP. I was really upset about that, but how the way they did this, I'm actually pretty happy about.
Okay. Shadow Weave damage buff. In damage buff in PvE.
That needed that.
Yeah, in PvE. It's the same in PvP. Again, smart decision. Keep it the same. Keep it the same / nerf it in PvP, but buff it for PvE because these are two different modes.
I see how it is. Mana Steel isn't allowed to hit multiple people in a certain range.
Yeah, right.
But then one of ours already strong skills can be stronger than it is.
Okay, yeah. Same thing with the Wind Wedge. Got the same kind of deal. Pull and Thrust, same kind of deal. Rock Smash, same. Like Tiger Claw, same. A-Trigram, same. Earth Axis, same. Did this get fixed yet with that little weird bug? I don't know. I don't play hard.
Oh, the evasion thing?
Yeah.
I think it just has invincibility while it's going on, because it's inactive.
Right, okay. It actually got a little bit of buff in PvP. Interesting. Raging Wave, same kind of deal, I think. I think all the Aura stuff is the same kind of deal. I'm not going to go through everything. I also don't play Aura. Yamaraja, I don't know what the heck Absorption Nova is.
Absorption Nova is her Transcendence active.
Okay, so it got
where she
changed.
does the gravity pull towards her.
Okay, so it got changed from super armor to more damage. That's not a bad change. Just thinking in general ideas. Like
yeah, it's
always a good trade.
It's a good thing that her suction active is not completely safe anymore.
Yeah, it just does more damage, so that's fine. Energy Blast got a damage increase. Soul Escape damage increase. Yeah, across PvP damage. I mean nerf. A bunch of Aura stuff. This looks like a bunch of damage things. I don't really want to go into that much, just because it's just damage. So.
Right.
And I don't play Aura. I don't think any of us play Aura. Yes.
You're recording this, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, I keep my mouth shut.
Alessis got things. I can't tell what these things are. This just another PvE buff, PvP nerf kind of deal going on here. Actually, doesn't look like a PvE buff. It looks like the same. So yeah, kind of just PvP nerf. Blaze Wing got a damage increase. That's nice, I guess. It got a damage increase in both.
No, Blaze Wing got nerfed.
Did it?
Yeah, it lost half of the damage of the initial
Oh,
hit.
okay. So it got it increased to something.
It does damage, but it's not like a hardcore clearing skill anymore.
Interesting. First hit additional damage. Oh, okay. I read that wrong. Okay, so just a bit of a damage. Bloodfall lost heavy.
Got buffed, I would say.
What, Bloodfall?
Yeah.
This fucking thing was busted. You see how strong it was with heavy?
Yeah, well, now you can use it.
I don't know. I think it's better to be like, okay, use it more, but it's weaker. Cause heavy was stupid.
Well,
There's so
it's
much
so
damage.
dumb. It's so I don't know why they give it I mean,
Yeah, I know.
it's already have an ability to where it can block out mana break. So dumb. Yeah, that can do that, and it's now you can just have a 25% chance to do it more often. I don't like it.
I don't know. I mean, I personally think it's fine. I also don't use Alessis. I mostly run into this skill a lot.
I do, and it's dumb.
Okay.
It's like you use that skill once, you can get basically all your mana back.
Moonlight Rhapsody. It looks like a PvP nerf in terms of damage. And
Yeah, all they did was nerf the damage in PvP.
PvP, yeah. Okay. That's
So
fine.
now it's just not free damage just for having it out anymore. Like you still get bonus damage, but it's
But it's
not
like a
like
little bit
here, let
less.
me just do 4 attacks in 1 attack.
In my opinion, the nerf to this skill should be the duration. Because why the heck is it 24 seconds? Like, hello?
But yeah, again, like why is it like you get punished for standing next to this person you have to fight?
Right. Alright. So this is, Epi, this is your deal right here. Luciel changes.
Oh, all two of them.
Right. Okay, so talk about the stats thing.
All right. It's pretty much changed so that, like, instead of just being like Lou and Seal both have their own separate stats, you can either choose to have it like has it how it is currently, like they both still have separated stats. You can have it set so that both characters get one of their stats.
Right.
So, let's say you have your Lou socketed for 50% critical and your Seal socketed for 50% maximize. If you have it set to Luciel, it'll be exactly like that. Lou will be 50% crit and Seal will be 50% maximize. If you have it set to Lou, both Lou and Seal will have the 50% crit, but neither of them will have Seal's maximize.
Right. So
And then if you set it to Seal, they'll both get the maximize, but not the crit.
Yeah, so I think it will be good in situations of like, oh, I was able to socket, 55% crit with my Lou, but I was only able to get 30% crit for my Seal. So like, oh,
Yeah, this means that you can finally play Luciel and not have to spend twice as much money to still not be that great.
In my opinion, looking at this though, I think this will benefit mostly newer,
this
Luciel
is
players.
definitely a change for newer Luciels to make them more accessible.
Like newer or non-mains.
Because there's still like no real reason to play as Luciel when you could just go play a better, like a character that you only have to fund once.
Unless Noblest, because that's a good class.
Yeah, Noblest is good, but you still have to fund them twice when you could just go play Battle Seraph.
Exactly, exactly. So that's definitely good.
Am I wrong? No.
Yeah, you're not. And
Grumble.
all right, and then Bagadabadic Cannon change, Nerf buff.
I don't know if it got buffed or nerfed because I don't know how many hits each one does.
Right, like
I would have to look it up.
You can look it up right now.
That real fast.
Yeah.
And then you just
Wait, doesn't it? Wait, what do you mean you don't know how many hits it does? It's showing you right here, right?
Oh, it just says multi-hits. It doesn't show,
Oh, it doesn't say how many hits? Right, you're right.
Nope.
Alright, the explosion part that got nerfed does 4 hits, and the unleashed soul part that got buffed does 20 hits.
And that's if all 20 hits hit.
Well, you hit all 20 hits if they're in the explosion.
Yeah, let's just assume. Let's just assume all hits are hitting. In the cases here.
So if we count all the hits, the explosions lose 4,000% total.
Okay.
And
Plus
the unleashed soul gets,
the nerfed one.
let's see, 4,000. So all they did was change the damage.
Like it's the same.
It's going to be about the same.
About the same.
It might be a little bit stronger or a little bit weaker, but the damage will be about the same. They just kind of changed how it was distributed.
In my opinion, that's more of a nerf because I feel like it's easier to hit with the initial than it is to hit with the explosion.
Well, the explosion's not an initial hit. All of it happens in that base explosion.
Oh, okay.
It just means like if something's in super armor and doesn't get dragged all the way, but it's still getting hit by like the big like multi-hit explosion at the end, they're going to be getting more damage than they would have from the explosions. Because the explosions only hit things that get dragged into Magdonic Cannon.
Okay. I still think the you can choose your stats is an amazing change.
Yes.
I think it. Yeah.
You finally don't have to like blow an entire paycheck to fund like a normal character.
Yeah. And you had this like idea before, didn't you?
Yeah, I have had this idea. He stole my idea.
Yeah, right.
And I demand compensation.
Exactly. All right, Rose.
It only took 1 year, 2 years.
Yeah, it only took a year and a half to implement my idea.
Oni, you play Rose. What is this?
Yeah, I only play Stormtrooper, and Lock on Shadow seems like a PvP type move. I would say, my opinion, fuck. Because, in all honesty, the Lock on Stratos should have been used for knockdown rate decreasing, which they did for the trade.
So you saying this is what it should have been in the first place?
I think it's nice like that just because like you shouldn't be able to use it cheap since it's always locked onto you. But the only way you can dodge it is to use a skill every time it goes off, and it goes off 3 times.
Okay.
So you'd have to be invincible 3 times in a row to not get hit by it.
Yeah, and like this would also help because like if they get caught in a combo, it'll keep the knockdown rate decreased to a 0. So therefore, it's for more synergy. So yeah.
Alright, I don't know these Crimson Rose skills. They seem like transcendent skills and passives.
I think Bloody
Bloody
action
Action.
is the stacking passive that she gets for doing chain attacks,
Okay, well that's nerfed in PvP by half. Same kind of deal.
which is good.
Good.
No
and,
reason you should get a free 50% critical.
And looking at Saw Blade, I'm just like, what the heck? I mean, I'm glad it's nerfed in PvP. A little PvE buff for you. Just all defense decreased by 30%. Okay. Okay, game.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. Do what you want with Rose, but at least it's nerfed in PvP. PvE. I mean PvP. So she's gonna be doing just less damage overall. That's very nice.
Yeah.
The 12% is still a lot, but it's a lot less than 25. That's good. Her liberating ill is looks like a PvE buff.
It's buffed
And
in
PvP.
dungeons and nerfed in PvP.
I mean, again, good thing. I'm glad they're doing it like this. And
Yeah.
finally, Ain. So they're changing the hitboxes on his Erst. I don't know which one that is. Is that the 3 combo one?
I can check.
Okay. They also changed Herbaline's emotions stats Aurora from heavy to regenerating 2. That seems like a nerf because I feel like they would use that for heavy because he has a reducing cooldown passive, right?
The AT skill is hyper,
That's a hyper.
so they changed his hit. They changed the hitbox as hyper.
Interesting.
Yes.
Probably to make it more consistent.
So they might have made it like longer. Not quite sure.
And what is this stats Aurora?
Sat's aura is the Transcendence 300 for Airborne Emotion.
Okay, I think this is good because he has her passive to reduce cooldowns anyway, so changing it from heavy to regenerate 2 is a nerf. But I think he'll be doing this damage. So that's definitely
I say it's definitely a nerf because I'm looking at the stats for heavy Sat's aura.
Mhm.
If you use the red one with heavy, it does 12,000% damage and has an instant kill threshold of 2,000%.
Jeez. Okay, so that's all the changes. Personally, as a veteran commander player, I'm satisfied. Still looking for that bursting blade reversed. That might be a pipe dream, but I'm still hoping.
Well, as an Iron Paladin player, I am satisfied with this. The gigantic trait, I would say, is choice, in my opinion. Only because, like, the size is not that big. It's really not that big when in dungeons, and it feels like it doesn't hit as often as it should. And with this trait, it feels like it can.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm happy with it.
Where are you on the fence with these changes?
I think they're good for the most part. I finally have a reason to go try and make a Dreadlord. I don't have to spend $1 million to
Right, make a
have
good
a not
character.
good character.
Yeah.
I can go try them out like any other normal character.
I would say in general, I love the concept that they're doing. The concept of, alright, let's take these passives, which are pretty busted in PvP, and keep them how they are in PvE. And sometimes even buff them for PvE, but let's cut them in PvP because they're busted in PvP.
It only took them 9 years
Like,
to finally
why
make
does
that
it take
change.
them 9 years to do this? Like, I'm glad they're finally doing it, but
Yeah.
you know, baby steps, I guess.